This is the Red Sea Reefer 525. This is a 108 gallon display and a 32 gallon sump. Running 3 of the Ecotech XR30 Blues Gen 5. There's also some fans up in the light mount as well to cool the tank. There are 2 Ecotech MP40s, one on each side of the tank. Below I've got the Neptune Apex controller, 2 controllers for the Core 20 pump, 2 of the dose systems, along with 2 of the DDRs and the Trident, and 2 FMM modules along with the ES8. Two Bubble Magnus media reactors, the Bubble Magnus Curve 7 Elite, along with a UV light, a filter roller, the manifold up top. System's actually going into an auto feed mode right now. So you can see it's going to pump food into the aquarium. I'll show how that works in a minute. When it goes into feed mode, it turns off the skimmer and a few other things and turns the pumps down quite a bit. So next is the fish room. Got the main controller here. It's a touchscreen monitor. Also got a emergency stop button here in case I need to turn the whole system off. Also sounds an alarm when I press the button. The sink in the room, along with my frag medical tank as well. Which is running a XR15 Blue as well, and has a auto top-off system in it as well. As well as a second set of probes that allow me to see the water parameters for this tank. These are the controls for this tank. Got 2 PM1 modules, a PM2 module, and an FMM for leak detection. There's also an optical sensor here that detects if the tank's going to overflow. I use this to shut off some of the dosing systems and turn off different pumps if needed. So part of the project I never completed. This is the mixing station. The pumps actually were for 2 separate 40-gallon tanks. This is the control board for the mixing station. So I've got a breakout box that controls all these 4 different buttons here that I can program to move water and pump things in a different direction. These are not set up currently. I've got the FMM for leak detection. I've got leak detectors everywhere. So you got a leak detector on the floor there as well. And the controllers for the pumps. We've got a RODI unit here. The system actually does the auto top off from here. I have 3 layers of redundancy. I have a master shutoff solenoid valve for the RODI in case there's any leaks detected. You're actually hearing the food being pumped back into the containers. That was the leftovers that's in the lines from when the aquarium was fed. So with the shutoff here, I have secondary shutoffs, one for the mixing station, one for the auto top off for the tank here, and then also one for the display as well. As the last level of protection, I also have a float switch on all the auto top offs. All the things are labeled here so you can see where all the tubes run from. They're all color coordinated. So blue is for RODI water, red is for salt water, black is for wastewater, green lines are for food, and orange lines are for different dosing like calcium or alkalinity. Got some additional controllers here. The water change is automated, so this pulls the water from the display tank. And I've got a couple ways to direct it out. I can either direct it out down the drain, which is in the laundry room, or I can direct it into the frag tank as well if I want to send the water through there. That's currently how I'm running it. So it takes the water out of the main display tank and puts it in the frag tank, and then removes the same amount of water from the frag tank and sends that down the drain. We've got more FMMs for more leak detection. You'll see I've got leak detectors everywhere. I've got leak detectors down here for the refugium. You'll see this is a little bit hazy right now. They just added the phytoplankton as part of the auto feeding as well. I run a CO2 scrubber as well on the skimmer air intake. I also have a solenoid valve here that's tied into the Apex system. So once my pH hits 8.3, it automatically opens this valve and allows the CO2 scrubber to be bypassed so that the pH level does not keep increasing. Got another ES8 here as well. I've got 2 more dosing pumps here. These are for the food. The food is all pulled from the refrigerator down here, so it keeps all the food cold. So I've got the phytoplankton, Mysis Feast, ROE, Arc Pods, and the Reef Energy Plus, Coral Nutrition, the AB Plus. Also running a chiller on the aquarium to keep it cooled down, along with the fans that are in the tank as well. There's battery backups in here. I can't see it, but there are 2 of the Ecotech battery backups, as well as an APC battery backup down here as well. So that's the tank.